Welcome back to Peace and Dharma. Today, let's explore a profoundly deep topic, a fresh perspective on Buddhist teachings that may open the doors to liberation from the worries and sorrows of life. This journey is not only about listening but also about contemplation, allowing each of us to find a path to peace and wisdom amidst the busyness of life. Dear viewers, have you ever wondered, what is true happiness? Are we chasing fleeting things, or are we truly living according to the deeper meaning of life? These questions are not easy to answer, nor can they be answered in a fleeting moment. However, in the time we spend together today, I hope this content will bring answers, or at least reflections that can plant a seed of awakening in your heart. As we begin this video, I'd like to spark some curiosity and reflection. Imagine life as a great river, with each of us as a small boat floating on the water. Sometimes the river is calm, but there are also times of large waves and strong winds that make the boat shake, almost to the point of capsizing. In those moments, everyone needs a peaceful harbor, an invisible strength to help that boat stay steady and continue the journey. And that's what Buddhism can bring, a refuge for the soul, a guiding light in the darkness of ignorance. Today's video will be a journey from sacred sutras to relatable stories, enabling each person to reflect on themselves and find joy and understanding in the seemingly ordinary. Through concrete life examples, this video will help viewers delve deeper into the values of compassion, tolerance, and the power of letting go. Please don't take your eyes off the screen, because the deeper we go, the more we will realize the priceless value in each teaching of the Buddha. The first part of the video will guide you to the foundational yet profound concepts of Buddhism. The middle section will recount real-life stories and lessons from everyday life, allowing you to apply these philosophies to your daily life. And toward the end of the video, we'll summarize valuable lessons, giving you moments of stillness to pause and reflect. So, please calm your heart, take a deep breath, and begin this journey of inner discovery, a journey of profound meaning and tranquility. This is the gift that Peace and Dharma brings to you, a gift intangible yet of immeasurable depth. Have you ever asked yourself, in this busy, whirlwind world, what truly brings peace to your soul? Is it material success or fleeting joys? Or is it the satisfaction of achieving life's goals? You may have felt that sense of fulfillment when you attained what you wanted, only to find yourself feeling empty and uncertain. This is because the mind, the purest and most original part of our consciousness, has not been adequately nurtured. The mind we speak of here is not personality as we usually understand it in daily life. It is our true nature, the place where compassion, clarity, and unconditional love exist. When we nurture the mind, we are fostering these good seeds so they shine and spread goodness everywhere. Nurturing the mind is not a superficial concept, it is a long-term process requiring patience, sincerity, and an open heart. The Buddha teaches that one's mind is like the roots of a tree. If the roots are firm, the tree will endure. If nurtured with purity, compassion, and wisdom, the tree will grow strong, unshaken by storms. Conversely, if our minds are weak, overtaken by greed, anger, and delusion, the tree will wither, unable to blossom. When we nurture the mind, we do not seek peace solely for ourselves. We find harmony with all beings and all things. Nurturing the mind is nurturing compassion, growing love, and cultivating a profound understanding of life. We view everything around us with a more tolerant, open perspective, free of grudges and judgment. In the previous section, we explored the concept and meaning of nurturing the mind, understanding it as a journey to find peace amidst the countless waves of life. However, nurturing the mind doesn't stop at understanding. More importantly, it's about practice. So, how do we make nurturing the mind an essential part of our lives? Now, let's delve into practical methods, small yet powerful steps to cultivate and maintain a peaceful mind. Method 1. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is one of the core foundations of Buddhist teachings. It helps us return to the present moment, keeping our mind free from worries about the past or future. Have you ever felt like you're always running through life? Constantly busy and worried, forgetting the present moment? That's because we're living without mindfulness. To practice mindfulness, start with the simplest things. Each morning when you wake up, take a few minutes to breathe deeply, focusing on each breath and each heartbeat. Just 3 minutes each morning can make a significant difference. Mindfulness isn't something far-fetched, it lies in our daily activities, eating, drinking, working, walking. When we concentrate on each action, each thought, each feeling, we gradually eliminate unnecessary worries, replacing them with calm and peace. Method 2. Practicing compassion. Compassion is love and deep empathy for all beings. The Buddha taught that when compassion grows, our minds naturally become calm and happy. To nurture the mind through compassion, start by treating yourself kindly. Instead of judgment and self-blame, learn to love and accept yourself, with all strengths and weaknesses. Then, extend that love to those around you. Each day, a small act of kindness, such as helping someone in need, forgiving someone who hurt you, or simply smiling at a stranger, can make a profound difference. As we practice compassion daily, we feel a positive energy, a warmth from within that no material thing can buy. Remember, nurturing the mind is not just for ourselves but also for spreading kindness, planting seeds of goodness throughout the world. Method 3. Learning to forgive. Forgiveness is one of the best ways to nurture the mind. When we hold on to hatred and resentment, we are the ones who suffer first. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning wrongdoing, but rather letting go of resentment so that our hearts may be light. Ask yourself, is it worth carrying that pain, letting it become a burden, eroding your spirit? To practice forgiveness, reflect on those who may have hurt you and experience those feelings without judgment or resentment. Accept them as a part of life, and gradually, those negative emotions will be released. Forgiveness frees not only others but also ourselves, allowing us to live lighter and more peacefully. Method 4. Living simply and letting go. One reason we often feel tired and stressed is that we get caught up in the whirlwind of desires and attachments. When we learn to live simply and let go of unnecessary desires, our minds will be lighter and more serene. The Buddha taught that material wealth doesn't bring lasting happiness. True peace lies within the mind. You can start by letting go of negative thoughts, letting go of excessive desires for fame and fortune. Live slowly, find joy in simple things like a family meal, a moment of relaxation in nature, or simply watching the sunset after a long day. When we live simply, our hearts become light, creating a solid foundation for a healthy, tranquil soul. Method 5. Practicing gratitude and humility. Gratitude and humility are keys to nurturing a grateful and resilient heart. When we know gratitude, we cherish everything we have, the people around us, and the challenges in life. A grateful heart helps us see life from a different perspective, appreciating the value in every moment. Humility prevents us from becoming arrogant, keeping us grounded regardless of success, and reminds us of how small we truly are in the vast universe. Practicing gratitude and humility helps us continuously learn and grow on the path of nurturing the mind. Dear viewers, each method we've discussed is not a quick solution but a long journey requiring patience and persistence. However, if you apply it daily, even just a little, you'll find life becomes lighter, your heart more open, and filled with love. Nurturing the mind is not to separate ourselves from life but to face every challenge with a steady, peaceful heart. From this, we will no longer fear difficulties or suffering and can live a meaningful life, spreading happiness to those around us. Welcome back to our journey to discover profound and refined methods of nurturing the mind. we have explored the concept and basic methods for nurturing the mind. In this section, we'll delve into nurturing the mind in the context of social and family relationships, where our hearts are most easily stirred and where we have the greatest opportunity to cultivate ourselves. Nurturing the mind in the family, seeds of peace. Family is our home, where bonds are deep, but it is also where conflicts can easily arise. In this context, nurturing the mind is not only about self-improvement but also about creating a peaceful, harmonious environment for all family members. The Buddha once taught, no relationship is easy. It requires compassion, patience, and wisdom to nurture. When facing disagreements within the family, remember patience. It's not mere endurance but the ability to take a step back to understand the other person better. If a loved one does something that hurts us, remember that no one is perfect. By forgiving, we nurture compassion and create a loving space where each family member can live and grow in understanding. For example, when encountering conflicts with your partner or children, instead of imposing your viewpoint, try listening with an open heart. Remind yourself that nurturing the mind also means nurturing a compassionate heart, opening up to harmony and peace for all. Nurturing the mind in parenting, planting good seeds for children. Being a parent is a profound responsibility, and nurturing the mind in this role helps us raise children with both love and wisdom. When parents can keep a calm mind, control emotions, and live compassionately, children will naturally feel peace and security. Think of nurturing the mind as a guiding torch, helping us teach our children through our example rather than strict instructions. A parent who nurtures the mind not only instructs their children but also accompanies them, listens to them, and understands that the path they walk is theirs. Create a nurturing and kind environment for your children so that as they grow, they will remember their parents as models of compassion and understanding. Nurturing the mind in social relationships, spreading compassion and patience. When we go out into society, we encounter many people with different personalities and views. This is when nurturing the mind becomes a shield, helping us maintain inner peace, not getting swept into unnecessary conflicts. When faced with criticism or misunderstanding, instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to ask, what truly matters in this situation? Sometimes, just a gentle smile or a patient word can resolve conflict. As the Buddha taught, we cannot control others' actions, but we can choose how we respond. Nurturing the mind gives us this calmness. A heart free from anger, a compassionate soul. Dear viewers, in the journey of nurturing the mind, perhaps nothing helps us understand and empathize more deeply than real-life stories. Through these stories, we gain a clearer understanding of the value of nurturing the mind, the power of compassion, patience, and steadfast faith in the path we have chosen. Story 1: The Father and His Hot-Tempered Son. There was a story about a father with a hot-tempered son. Every time the son was angry, he would yell and hurt those around him. The father understood that if he didn't help his son learn to nurture his mind, the boy would grow up with a harsh, angry spirit. One day, the father gave his son a hammer and a bag of nails, saying, "Every time you get angry, drive a nail into the wooden fence behind the house." On the first day, the boy hammered over 20 nails. Gradually, he realized that nailing every time he was angry brought nothing but fatigue, and he began to restrain himself, hammering fewer nails. When he learned to calm down, the father then told him, "Now, for every time you manage to stay calm in a stressful situation, pull out a nail." Day by day, he removed all the nails, but the holes in the fence remained. The father gently said, "Others' hearts are like this fence. Every time you're angry and hurt someone, even if you regret it, the marks never fully fade." Through this story, we see the value of nurturing the mind. By controlling anger and maintaining a peaceful heart, we prevent actions that hurt others. This is nurturing the mind in every word and deed. Story 2: The Old Master and the Cup of Tea. An old master, known for his wisdom and compassion, once welcomed a visitor seeking peace. The master didn't answer the visitor directly but invited him to have tea. As he poured the tea, the master said, "Life is like this teacup. When our minds are filled with desires, worries, and anger, there's no room for peace. To find peace, we must learn to empty ourselves of unnecessary things, letting go of our attachments." Through this story, the old master reminds us that nurturing the mind is also about shedding unnecessary burdens, freeing ourselves from anger, greed, and anxiety. When our minds are light, peace naturally finds its way in. Story 3: The Farmer and the Bridge. A farmer lived on one side of a river, opposite his neighbor, who used to be a close friend. However, due to a misunderstanding, they hadn't spoken for years. One day, the farmer decided to hire a carpenter to build a fence separating their properties. But when the carpenter arrived, he built a bridge instead. Seeing the bridge, the neighbor was moved and crossed over, taking the farmer's hand and saying, "Thank you for helping me overcome this misunderstanding." This story teaches us that misunderstandings and conflicts are part of life. But if we know how to nurture the mind, let go of pride and resentment, we can build bridges that reconnect relationships. Nurturing the mind here brings not only peace to ourselves but also joy to those around us. Dear viewers, throughout this journey, we have explored the concept, meaning, and practical methods of nurturing the mind, as well as profound stories that illustrate its value. Let us now summarize. Nurturing the mind, caring for and preserving our inner peace, is not only a way to achieve personal peace but also a profound journey that brings priceless value to modern life. Nurturing the mind brings calmness and clarity. In modern society, people are often swept up in work pressures and the pursuit of success, fame, and fortune. This often leads to stress, confusion, and exhaustion. But nurturing the mind is the foundation that brings the soul back to a state of peace, allowing wisdom to shine through and giving us calmness in the face of adversity. When we learn to pause, to listen to our inner selves, we are less easily disturbed by negativity. Nurturing the mind gives us patience and the ability to view situations with greater insight. Like a lamp in the dark, the light of a peaceful mind will guide us, helping us walk steadfastly and mindfully through life. Nurturing the mind as an expression of true love. Dear viewers, nurturing the mind is not only a way to care for oneself but also a way to express love for others. When our hearts are calm, our words and actions naturally carry compassion, understanding, and empathy toward others. This is true, selfless love, untainted by personal gain or expectations. Every act of kindness nurtures the mind, keeping it pure and oriented toward goodness. Thus, nurturing the mind is a precious gift, not only for ourselves but also for everyone we care about and for society as a whole. When we can live with a noble spirit, we spread love and harmony to others, helping build a peaceful, joyful society. Nurturing the mind as a lesson in letting go. In modern life, we often cling to too many things: worries, jealousy, ambitions, and ego. Nurturing the mind is a lesson in letting go. By releasing unnecessary burdens, we make space for peace and happiness. Letting go doesn't mean giving up everything but rather choosing to hold on to what truly matters. Living with a nurturing mind, we learn to live simply, accepting our own limitations and those of others. We stop chasing superficial desires and learn to appreciate the simple joys of life. Nurturing the mind is the key to a meaningful life. Do you see, dear viewers, that nurturing the mind is truly the key to a meaningful and fulfilling life? A life that is not defined by wealth, status, or superficial things but one that is rich in kindness, patience, wisdom, and love. Like a lotus blooming in muddy water, we, through nurturing the mind, can achieve purity and nobility amidst life's challenges. Through nurturing the mind, we learn to treasure every moment, to live with gratitude and humility. We realize that the true value of life lies not in what we possess, but in how we treat ourselves and others. Concluding the journey of nurturing the mind. Dear viewers, nurturing the mind is not a destination but a lifelong journey. It is the journey we choose each day, learning to stay peaceful amid challenges, to love, and to let go. We have journeyed through the concept, methods, real-life stories, and finally the great value that nurturing the mind brings to modern life. Let each passing day be a step forward on this journey of nurturing the mind. Slow down, reflect, and direct your heart toward peace, compassion, and wisdom. Thank you for spending this precious time with us. May this journey inspire you to live a peaceful, joyful, and meaningful life. Wishing you a life filled with tranquility, prosperity, and always guided by the light of wisdom. Dear viewers, today's journey has been a precious opportunity for us to pause and reflect on the soul. I hope that through these sharings about nurturing the mind, you have found seeds of peace, compassion, and wisdom to cultivate in your life. Nurturing the mind is not only a philosophy but also an art of living. It helps us stand firm amid life's storms, spread love in the family, and maintain purity in the flow of life. This is a path that is not easy, yet deeply meaningful and worthy of all our efforts. If you have felt a sense of tranquility, if any word or story has touched your heart, please continue on this journey, continue opening your heart, and discover the true values of life. Remember, each new day is an opportunity to nurture and preserve the soul, for our mind is the light guiding us through the ups and downs of life. Thank you for spending this precious time with Peace and Dharma today. We deeply appreciate your presence, and we hope each meeting is meaningful. If you find this content helpful, please hit the subscribe button and share so that we can spread these profound human values to more people. May you live a peaceful, happy life and always keep the light of wisdom within. See you in the next videos on the journey toward truth, goodness, and beauty. Namo Amitabha Buddha.